Some of you may have heard of the SR-71 plane created during the Cold War. The aircraft had its final reunion with crew members this past weekend.
And Alexandra Ray was there. She joins us live here in the studio after attending the event and speaking to some of the crew members who flew the plane. Alexandra, how was it?
Yeah, Faye, the plane was a marvel that many of the pilots say they were considered lucky to even have the chance to fly it. And we did get an inside look into what their experiences were like to fly this top secret spy plane. As the Cold War developed between the United States and the Soviet Union, immediately following World War II, there began an unprecedented growth in scientific and military technology. As a result, the Pentagon and CIA selected Lockheed Martin Aircraft Company to build the ultimate spy plane. Lockheed engineer and genius Kelly Johnson years later completed the concept of the highly secretive SR-71 Blackbird.
As a good friend of mine says, you don't feel speed, you feel acceleration.
In order to evade new Soviet missiles, the airplane called for a cruise speed of Mach 3+, which is 2,200 miles per hour faster than a speeding bullet, and an altitude in excess of 80,000 feet.
Many of my friends had some extreme circumstances, like losing engines at Mach 3, and in the history of this program, a few people had to eject up at 80,000 feet.
It's a very humbling experience knowing that you were in this unique crew.
Glasser, over the course of 6.5 years, accumulated over 900 hours flying the SR-71.
I was born in the projects in New York City, and all I wanted to do was graduate from high school and avoid the cops. That was my goal. 31 years later, I was in the front seat of the SR-71.
The pilots were sought out and nominated to go into training to fly the SR-71, and they say none of them could have dreamed their moment in the plane would come. The SR-71 can fly across the country in 1 hour and from California to England in only 4 hours.
You're so busy, the plane is so mentally taxing that we have a little note. Every time you look outside, the plane knows. It says, you're looking outside too much.
And only 2 people can fly the plane at a time.
The backseater is the conductor. I'm the first violinist. The backseater is pacing the mission. He's the guy that's really important, but he's got all the sensors, and he's keeping me on track.
Finding out that I was accepted was one of the highlights of my life.
None of us ever thought we would ever be selected for the program. We didn't think we were that good, and somebody thought we were good, and we proved it.
Yeah, no more than 85 crews flew the SR-71 in a 25-year period, and the lucky ones who did say this is just the beginning for aerospace technology. Covering the story live in the studio, Alexandra Ray, 2 News Nevada.